There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM. With even more exclusive content, with over 150 channels in your vehicle, including the widest, deepest variety of music, ad-free. Root for your team. Get news. Listen to whatever makes you laugh. And hear all about your favorite stars. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels filled with music and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video. Thousands of hours of shows and performances on demand. What you love is on now.
The ODX lighting brand has and continues to be at the forefront of a first choice for many dealers across Canada. They stay close to their roots in motorsports and keep things trendy and always innovating. And today we've got Kevin Darwish, their marketing director, in the studio with us to give us an update on all things ODX. This is CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM, ODX Lighting, and it starts now. And welcome, everybody, for tuning in to another CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. And as per usual, we've got some new goodies to talk about today in the lighting category. ODX is on the menu. Now, ODX goes way back in my history with motorsports, and they've always stayed close to their roots, and especially when it comes to drifting. And I know we're going to be talking about that today. There's also been some recent changes in infrastructure that we want to get updates on. And of course, I'm going to milk him for all he's got when it comes to new products. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in the marketing director for ODX, Mr. Kevin Darwish. What's going on, Kev?
Hey, Ben. How's it going? Happy to be here.
Good. Always happy to have you on because you guys kind of you're always trendy. You know what's going on. You make the adjustments. You come up with the products that the people want. And I really have to hand it to you. You know, I've seen the brand evolve, you know what I mean, over the years. Mm-hmm. And I know today we'll be talking about some new product. But we're also talking about another category, which I'll be honest, I've done a couple of these sessions, as you know, and ODX seems to really do well within that power sports segment, especially with snowmobiles. And I know that's something that's pretty unique and that we're going to talk about. But before that, my first question, little bit of infrastructure change of late when it comes to ODX, distribution-wise, representation-wise. I want to give you every opportunity to update all the dealers of what's going on.
Yeah, so if anybody who wants to become a dealer of ODX products, we'll start with, we have Automobility, that's nationwide. And now we have a new distributor, which is Dick's Performance, that is very strong in Western Canada, but is also all across the nation. So those are the two big distributors of the ODX products. Now, like you said, for the power sports, we have Gamma, we have Motovan, and we have Kimpex. So all those power sports dealers, you know, motorcycles, snowmobiles, side-by-side, ATVs, you name it, you could get all our ODX products from one of those power sport distributors. Now, for anybody from the States watching, we have R&D Distribution that sells all across the US ODX lighting. So you have a lot of options throughout all of North America.
Pretty accessible, I must admit. Pretty accessible. Great network of distributors and partners right there. Now, as far as our Canadian dealers are concerned, obviously, you know, ODX has been up here for quite some time. There's some new representation from a manpower perspective. Why don't we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we have Marc-André Bouchard, who is our national sales director. You know, he's really going to be like a brand representative of ODX, and he has a lot of previous experience with ODX. He was a rep for a previous distributor that we had. So it's been 3 to 4 years that he's been working with ODX, and he knows the brand inside out. So, you know, we're really happy to have him on board. He's going to be representing us in trade shows, presentations, maybe one day during one of the CMA sessions. He'll be with me presenting some more products.
He's pretty passionate about the ODX brand. That I could vouch for sure.
He's a passionate person, and you know, he's good friends with Max, and he has a lot of experience, you know, as a rep, and he used to be like a manager for multiple reps, so he knows how to take care of a brand, and yeah, he's a really good addition to the team.
Awesome. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, Kev. People are tuning in today because they want to know about product. They want to know what's going on. So can you give us a breakout of what we'll be covering today?
Yeah, today we'll do a brief coverage of all our series. We're going to be announcing a new series halfway through, so stay tuned for that. And towards the end, I'm going to cover more of, we have so many series. A lot of people are a little confused when, as like, what do I choose? You have so many series. We're going to teach you how to use the tools that we have at your disposal. You can visit our website. We'll cover it a bit later. But we're going to tell you, according to your needs, what your vehicle is, what you're going to be doing with the vehicle. We're going to tell you what series to choose. If you need any brackets, if you need any decoders, we're going to tell you, we're going to take the guesswork out of it and really make it simple for you. And you'll see it's very easy. It could be overwhelming, but if you use our website, it's not.
All right, so break it out real quick. We're going to be talking about all the products, some new product, and a little bit of training in there so you guys can be better at your job and make sure that you're, answering the customers and providing them the right answers so you can get some ODX products into their vehicles. All right, sounds pretty good. Why don't we go ahead and set Kevin up? But before that, I think we have a video that we can set the mood. We talked about motorsports. We talked about sleds. This is a very popular product. We'll let the video speak for itself. When you come back, we'll start you off on your presentation. Let's roll the tape. Arguably the most popular light right now on the trails. We're going to get every opportunity to talk about that particular series. But for now, we have your presentation up, Kevin, so take it away.
Yeah, so we'll get to the Snowy when we talk about the power sports, but we'll give you a quick briefing of the ODX products. So a lot of people know the story about ODX. A lot of people don't. ODX started as a body kit distributor that used to be called Underground Design. And in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, we got into the halogen bulbs and also the xenon HIDs. Advanced a couple of years, and roughly 2013 we got into the LED market, and it's going to be 10 or 11 years that we're in the LED market. So we're very passionate about what we do, like Ben said, and very close to motorsports too. And we like to be in what we're passionate about, and we're passionate about people seeing clearly and having quality products. Now, talking about quality products, all ODX products have a lifetime warranty as long as you own your vehicle. So if the bulb burns, you just contact us. And here's what I'll talk about the new warranty process. We spoke a bit about it on Wednesday. We are taking care of all our warranty as of now. It used to be the dealers used to take your bulb back to the dealer and they would get you a new bulb. The reason being that we're taking it in-house to the factory is we want to cut down on downtime. You have a burnt bulb. It's not fun. You're driving at night. You have visions reduced. We want to get you back up and running as soon as possible. So all the warranty claims will be done directly through our website. Very, very simple process. When you visit our website, at the top, you have customer service and you click on warranty. It'll bring you to this page that you see and you just choose, if you're a consumer or you're a dealer, you click on the proper link and it'll take you to the form. All you have to do is fill out the form. You'll be taking a picture of your product prior to destroying it. Yes, you understood destroying. So you're going to take a picture of your product. Then you could destroy the product any way that you want. We have a little video with instructions, and it's a little funny video that I made. So hopefully you can enjoy that. And then you will take a picture of your product destroyed, upload a copy of your invoice, and then we will take care of the rest. And it is a very simple process. So we're really happy with this new system, and we're seeing it right away. A lot of the clients are really happy with the system, and it's very simple. That's what makes it for fun. So we'll get into the automotive lineup, starting with the Spark. Now, the Spark is a entry-level bulb. You know, if you're just a regular customer who just wants to switch out his halogen bulb for an LED, you know, have a bit more power output, you have the Spark. It is no bigger than a halogen bulb, and it's plug and play, super easy to install, and it's roughly 2 to 3 times stronger than a halogen bulb. So it's a entry level, but you're already going for some good power differences versus a halogen bulb. Now, the next series that we have is the Hybrid. This is a very powerful, once again, no bigger than a halogen bulb. It makes a big difference, especially nowadays. You have a lot of the vehicles that you have not a lot of space to install your bulb. So having an LED high performance bulb that is no bigger than a halogen bulb makes installation super easy. A lot of the headlights, they have like the dust caps and everything, and they make, you know, installation with, you have an LED kit, you'll have a lot of LEDs on the market that have external drivers. So that's that box that's on the wire, and it makes installation a lot more difficult. So the Hybrid really takes out that headache. Super easy to install. They are adjustable too. There's a little set screw. You loosen the Allen and you can clock the bulb to have that perfect light beam projecting onto the road. So the Hybrid is comparable to 6,000 lumens, and it's really an awesome product. The next product we're going to talk about is the Intense. Now, this is our strongest LED. It is a fan-cooled LED, and this one I would recommend for high beams. So, you know, if you're doing a lot of driving in the country where there's not a lot of lighting on the roads, you really want to go get that power and that distance, I would recommend the Intense for those situations, where it is comparable to 12,000 lumens. The next series is the Projector. Now, a lot of people will, you know, whatever your headlight lens is, they'll just order an LED kit without really doing the research. We have a bulb that's made specifically for projector lens housings. Now, the way a projector lens works is it only takes the light output from one side, depending on the different types of vehicles and headlights. Sometimes it's from the top, sometimes it's from the bottom. It always changes. That's why our projector is also adjustable, so you could aim it properly. So what happens is when you use a regular LED bulb that has its LEDs on both sides, you're losing half of the power output of the bulb because one side has a cutoff plate and you're losing all that power output. So we have a bulb that's made specifically for projector lens housings. You'll have all the chips on one side, so you're getting all 100% of the light output directed to the proper area of the projector lens, giving you the best light output suited to your projector lens. So the projector bulb is rated comparable to 8,000 lumens, and we'll teach you a bit later how to know, you know, some clients they're like, what is a projector lens? They don't know what a projector lens is. Our website will take the headache out of that, and we will tell you if your vehicle has a projector lens. The next product is the Spec. Now, this is a application-specific bulb that is made for certain Volkswagens and Mercedes Sprinter. The way the original bulb is made, there's no wire. So the bulb gets its contact by the housing. So if you were to try to install a regular LED kit, it doesn't work. You would need like some adapters and everything, and it's really complicated. The Spec takes the whole headache out of that. All you do is you take the bulb, clip it into the housing. There's no electric wires to connect. It's all done through the base of the bulb, and it's also equipped with the CAN bus protocol. So if you have a burnt bulb detection, you won't have a light that's coming on, because what happens is when you install an LED kit on a vehicle that has a burnt bulb detection, an LED bulb pulls a lot less current than a regular halogen bulb, so it thinks that it's burnt. So this bulb is equipped with the CAN bus protocol, you know, I wouldn't say tricking, but telling the computer that no, this bulb is working and you don't have to turn on the burnt bulb light. So it's an awesome product that plug and play, no headache, and it just makes installation such a breeze. The next product is a Mist. You know, before you saw the video of the Snowy, which is a snowmobile bulb, we took that technology and put it into a fog light specific bulb. So this kit is made specifically only for fog lights. Now, what's cool about this bulb is you could toggle between the 3000K or the 6500K color temperatures with a wireless switch. So no custom wiring, anything. Once again, this bulb is plug and play, and you just take your remote and you could toggle between white and yellow. Now you're asking, why would I want to toggle between white and yellow? And most people, they want their fog lights to match the headlights. So you have that, that bright white look, everything matches, it's good looking, looks luxurious and high quality. But a LED white light is very reflective. So if you're in cases of a bad snowstorm or really heavy fog, a white fog light will actually light up the fog or the snow, and it creates like a white wall, and it's actually blinding. Whereas the 3000K, our mist is equipped with the SBT Snow Breakthrough technology. It pierces through, creating, it's not going to light up like the white does, and you're going to see much further into the snow or into the fog with the yellow, the yellow light. So why not take the best of both worlds, put it into one bulb, and have a wireless switch to toggle in between there. And one cool thing about the toggle switch, there's a lot of bulbs on the market that do something similar, but you have to turn your fog lights on and off, and it'll alternate between the colors. But what happens is, it can happen that each bulb becomes they don't match anymore. You have one being yellow and one being white. And to be able to fix that on the ones that you just toggle the power switch, you actually have to go back under the car, unplug both bulbs for a certain amount of time to reset them, plug them back in. With the remote, we built in a reset. So if you hold the switch, they will actually reset to white, and they'll be back matching both bulbs. So that's a really cool thing too that we have built into the Mist. The next product are our seal beams. So we have DOT compliant LED seal beams, which are really awesome products. They look really, up to date and super high end. So any vehicle that has the 4x6 or the 5x7 seal beams or the 7-inch round seal beams, you can convert your vehicle to LED seal beams. Then we get to the mini bulbs. So when I talk about mini bulbs, we have the flashers, your side markers, your brake lights, your reverse lights, your license plate lights, your interior lights, the dome lights. So that's what a mini bulb is. So we have a large variety of mini bulbs. We even have here, if you look to the right, we have the switchbacks. So the switchbacks will be for your flashers and daytime running lights. So on certain vehicles, like my personal vehicle, I have a Kia Optima, and they are mixed together. So what it does is, when you're on the daytime running lights, you'll have a white bulb. But when you turn on your flashers or your four-ways, it will switch to the amber flashing. And when you turn them back off, they will switch back to the white. So it's really nice, once again, a bit like the Mist, having all your bulbs matching, instead of having, like a yellowish halogen bulb lighting up in the front, then which you have white LEDs. Well, you could have everything matching, makes the car look a lot more classy, a lot more up to date with today's technology. The next mini bulb series that we have is the Dynamite series. It is a very cool series. It has a copper core, and they have 360-degree coverage, which will resemble a halogen bulb. So what the copper core does is it makes a very superior cooling, so we could have stronger LEDs without generating a bunch of heat. So the copper core takes care of that. The Dynamite is offered in 4 colors. So we have the regular 3 colors, and one of the colors has 2 options. So we have the regular white 6500K bulb. Then we have amber, which will be for your flashers. We would have red for your tail lights. And finally, we have a red strobe. So the red strobe, you'll install them in your brake lights. And what it does, it'll give a quick strobe feature and then go to solid red. So that's really, really awesome for brake lights. And, it really catches the attention of anybody following you. When you brake, you'll have the strobe effect, and then it goes to the solid. So it's a really, really cool option. Previously, if you wanted to have that on your vehicle, you had to purchase a separate module, So you would have to purchase LEDs, and you have to wire in the module, a lot of custom wiring with the red strobe. Once again, plug and play. We love our plug and play products. It makes everything easy for whether it's the dealer or the end user that's installing into his vehicle. It makes things super easy. So that's what we really thrive on, plug and play products. We have the decoders. So once again, when we get a bit further and we show you how to use the tools on our website, you have certain vehicles that will require either smart decoders or DRL decoders. So DRL, which is daytime running lights, you'll have a lot of vehicles that, I'm sorry, I said a lot of vehicles. You have some vehicles that if you install LEDs, the daytime running lights won't work. So you'll need a daytime running light decoder. A little flashback to the eBrid series. The eBrid series has the DRL decoder built into the bulb. So that's a big plus of the eBrid series. And then also you have our intelligent decoders, which, sometimes the LEDs just won't turn on a certain vehicle, or you'll have some hyper flashing, or even the alerts on the dashboard. If you have a bird bulb detection, or you're getting a warning on the dashboard, the intelligent decoder will take care of that. Then finally, we'll talk about our accessories. So we have a wide variety of accessories, whether it be relay kits, resistor kits, a lot of brackets. The brackets that you're seeing on the screen here are for a BRP Riker. So if you were to install an LED kit on a Riker, you can install them without these specific brackets. You can take the original ones, but you would have to modify them, bore them out, depending on what LED kit you're running. And, if you ever want to revert back to original, then they wouldn't work with the original bulbs anymore. So we have the installation brackets that once again make installation a breeze. We also have dust caps, so larger dust caps to fit a larger bulb. If your vehicle doesn't accept the bigger size of an LED bulb. And we also have universal resistors. So once again, when we get on the website, we'll be able to see how to use the tools on how to know if and when you need to install these accessories with your LED kit. Now, finally, we'll talk about the headlight restoration kit. This is a really, really awesome kit. As you can see in the picture, I actually did this test. I took these pictures. I was in a trade show a couple of years ago, and we have a video. If you go on our YouTube channel, you could see us doing this vehicle. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, it's tricked. It's fake." And I did this video, and I got to say, there is no tricking. All it is you have two wipes. You have two step one wipes, one for each headlight, and the second step is just one kit. And you pretty much have the first wipe, gets rid of all the oxidation, all the grease, and all the impurities on the headlight. And once that headlight is dried, then you'll use the step two. Beginning to end, I would say it's a 10-minute process maximum. Super quick, super easy to use, and it is really impressive using. I love doing demonstrations. Every single time I do a demonstration, it's like I get impressed. It's a really cool product. It's a inexpensive product, and it's something that everybody should have on the shelves for their clients, either to offer to their clients or to sell to the clients, and the clients can do it at home. It's really easy to use. So if you want to check out the video, go on YouTube on our ODX channel and just search for the headlight restoration kit video, and you will be impressed. Next, it's time. Now, it is the first time we're announcing our new series. We are very proud of this new series. It is a very cool product. It is called the ODX Retro. Now, it is a retro-engineered version of our compact bulb. So if anybody knows the ODX series, they realize that I left out the compact in the presentation earlier. This is the second generation, the retro-engineered version of the compact. Now, that one of the reasons why we chose the name retro, since it's a retro-engineered version of the compact. Now, once again, like the compact, it is a small frame bulb. It's a fan-cooled bulb. It's a powerful bulb, and it has a couple of aspects that are really state-of-the-art to the new technology. Now, first of all, one of these strong aspects with the compact was electromagnetic shielding. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, in certain vehicles, depending where you live, if you live in the city in Montreal, Toronto, where you're close to the radio antennas, you don't really have this problem. But if you live further out, or there's certain vehicles that are more prone, they're more prone to having radio interference. If you install a inferior LED bulb, you will get like a static in the radio, which is really, really annoying. Now, the compact had the first generation of shielding that will cut down the electromagnetic fields. The retro will cut down 99.9% of the electromagnetic field, thus, getting rid of all the radio interference. So that's the first thing that makes the retro a very unique bulb. And the second thing we're really proud about, it's the new technology that's just coming out. A dual intensity bulb. So a dual intensity bulb, meaning, example, an H4, H13, I think 9004, 9007, where you have the low beams and the high beams into one bulb. In the past, the light beam that it projects is not as good as you would get as with a single intensity bulb. But with the retro, the new technologies really enable it to have an amazing light beam, whether it's a single intensity or a dual intensity. So you're really going to go get, with those applications, the dual intensity applications, you're going to go get the perfect light beam that you wouldn't get with any previous generation. So that's really cool about the retro. And finally, the cool thing about the retro is the whole marketing aspect of it. The really appealing, we have like a whole marketing strategy around it with the retro coloring and everything. As you can see, our traditional boxes are more white. This one we went more out of the box, pun intended. And we really have some cool marketing that goes along with this, as you can see, for some posters that we have. We also have some banners. I think that Ben, it's a bit hard to see, but if you look at the retro banner at the bottom left, you could see in the city skyline we have the Olympic Stadium. So a little wink to the Montreal area. And we also have t-shirts, stickers, and everything. This is a funny story we're going to cover later, that we sponsored a certain motorsport series, and I actually made one shirt like this just for myself for in the booth, and it's with my personal drift car. And at the first round that I was wearing this t-shirt, we had an overwhelming amount of people come ask to purchase this t-shirt. So for the following rounds, we had t-shirts made, and we almost sold out instantly. So a little funny thing. Finally, it's time to get to the powersports lineup. So in the powersports lineup, we also have the Spark. The only difference with the powersport version of it is you could purchase it individually. You have a lot of powersports applications that either have one bulb, or you have a lot of motorcycles that actually have mismatched SKUs. So you could have, I'm not very strong on the applications, but let's say you could have an H11 on one side and an H7 on the other side. So you don't have the same bulb. So with powersports, the great thing, all our powersports series except for the Snowy all come individually packaged. So that's a big plus. The second series that we have is the lithium series, which is, once again, no bigger than a halogen bulb. So makes installation really easy in any location that you want to install it in your powersports vehicle. And the really cool aspect about the lithium is that it is cooled by the heatsink. It's cooled by the base of the bulb. So there's no moving parts. There's no fan that's cooling it down. So if you're installing it, let's say in either a side-by-side or an ATV that you're going through mud and dust and everything, that it's going to be super safe for the bulb. It's not going to jam anything up. So they're really made to be installed really anywhere. And next we have the S6, which is the most powerful powersports bulb. This one I would recommend more for motorcycle headlights and more spots that are going to be more sealed up for not to clog up the fan or anything. Once again, as I said earlier, all the ODX products have a lifetime warranty. And finally, for the powersports, we saw the video earlier, is the Snowy. This is we're really proud of this product, and it's a very, very, very famous product on the snowmobile trails. This winter, I must have passed at least 50 snowmobiles with those bulbs, and I got the chance to discuss with fellow riders, and They really, really, really love this bulb. So like the Mist earlier that we're seeing, the fog light bulb, the only difference between the Mist and the Snowy is the Snowy, you will toggle between the 3000K and the 6500K between your low beams and your high beams. So once again, if you're in a snowstorm, there's foggy conditions, or even any snowmobiler out there knows that if you're following somebody and they have an aggressive track, or they have studs in their track, they'll be throwing up a lot of snow dust, and it could be completely blinding if you're using your white LED. So you'll toggle to the 3000K, which is roughly the same color temperature as a halogen. So it's like a warm white, but obviously it being LED, it is much brighter. So it'll really pierce through those snowy, fog, or snow dust conditions. And when you have, either you're leading or you have a nice evening with no fog, no snow, you'll toggle to the 6500K and really go get that distance and big light output. And that'll cover it for the presentation on all the ODX products.
Very, very cool. I am always impressed. The two things that I always want to tell people when people ask me about ODX, that Mist fog light with the remote switch is really handy, really nifty, really unique, and that yellow, amber, whatever you want to call it, makes a huge difference.
Oh yes.
It's hard to explain and describe, but anybody who's driven through those conditions, when you have try putting your high beams on when it's snowing really hard, or when it's super, all you see is like a white wall in front of you. Well,
it's dangerous. It's
dangerous. But when you go with the yellow, you're totally right. You see way beyond what you were able to see before. So I just want to reiterate that for sure.
In all honesty, I have the Snowy on my snowmobile, and I gotta say 90% of the time I will leave it on the low beams on the 3000K.
Even with no snow or fog?
Even with no snow or fog, because not only is, a lot of, depending where you are, if you're in a forest and it's really, really dark, you're alone, it's almost unnecessary to have the white lights and go have that huge distance, because it's actually pretty harsh on your eyes. There's so much contrast of being in the dark in the forest, and you have your white LED, whereas the 3000K is a lot softer on the eyes. Now, obviously, sometimes, when I got to say, I snowmobile always in the same spots, so I know the terrain by heart. Whereas, sometimes you will want to go get more distance of light output with